Deb's Truth Journey. If this is your first time stopping by our channel, we encourage you to click the subscribe button and become a truth seeker with us. Now, let's get into today's video.
Hey. This is Deborah, and this is Deb's Truth Journey. I used to do ride-alongs, and that's what I called them, and I would just talk. And I loved it. I really loved spending that time with you. So I figured I'd do that today. So what I want to talk to you about today was what I'm calling colonized Christianity. And so much of what we have been taught about the Bible is not even in the Bible. When you take the time to really read the Bible and study the scripture, you'll get a whole different perspective. I believe that the Bible is about black people for all people. You have but to read it, and you will see how descriptive it is. We have been told so often about, for so long, different things about it, and all these pictures we're flooded with. The media floods us with a lot of pictures, but sculptures, wall art in caves and different things like that, you cannot dispute. You cannot dispute pictures of Assyrians with dreads. You cannot, Hebrew, well, the Assyrians had them too, but the Hebrews with dreadlocks and cornrow and the nappy hair beard. You know, we've even been told to think that that was a bad thing. Everything has a purpose. In the words of Dr. Miles Monroe, the late, great Dr. Miles Monroe, when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Sometimes when purpose is known, people will abuse it intentionally. But I tell you this, that when you got to learn, there is a purpose for black skin, and everybody had it. There are two things, all living organisms, from that little thing you see on the petri dish in the science room under the microscope, from that to plants, to bugs, to animals, to humans. There are two things that all those groups have. Number one, they all have DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. And DNA is like the blueprint that tells your body how it's going to look, how to act, how to do everything. Where everything is situated on your face, there's coding in that DNA for every living organism, whether you believe in creationism or you believe in evolutionism. Everything has DNA. Now, there's what I call a kryptonite of DNA. And that is on this earth, what can cause DNA the most harm are UV rays of the sun. They can get through the skin and get to the DNA and change the coding. Side note, I believe that had our DNA never been affected, it was intended for us to live forever. But now that the coding has been changed, some of it is UV rays, some of it is environmental, it's things that we've done, different things like that has caused the coding to change, which causes different things to change on us. But had that never been done, I think we would have lived forever. Now that's the one thing, all living organisms, look it up, all living organisms have a DNA. Now to protect these living organisms, all living organisms have melanin. Melanin is a protector. Melanin is a lot of things. When you look it up in the dictionary, you always just see melanin is a pigment. Melanin is more than that. There's much more to melanin than pigment. Pigment is actually the evidence of melanin. That's not the function of melanin. It's melanin. Its job is not to just color it and that's it. No. Melanin is in your eyes, your ears, your brain, your adrenal gland. Melanin fuels most of your organism because melanin has a capacity to take those UV rays, convert them into your body, and release it as energy and release it oxygen, dispatch oxygen, I should say, to various parts of your body. And without oxygen, most of your organs won't work. There is so much more to melanin, but they're not going to teach us that because people were too busy saying if you had black skin, you were 3/5 of an animal. People were too busy stealing shit. People were too busy being Japhet stealing Shem's identity. They're not going to tell you these things like that. And for the people that think it's just black people thing, if you can tan, you produce melanin. There is so much more for which we need to get past this skin color mess. The race colored thing. Race was started in the 1900s. Well, it was, I think, pieced together probably the early 1800s. But it really launched in the 1900s. Goodness gracious, we've been around all this time. Up until that point, there were still prejudices, but there were prejudice against your affiliation. It was based on I'm an American, you're a European, you're an Asian. It was your geographical affiliation that would have people think one way or the other. I'm going the wrong doggone way. Talking to you all, I'm all into it and about to be really, really lost. But I don't know if that was don't turn on red. When in doubt, wait it out. Isn't that the rule? When you're at the light and you're not sure if it's turn on red or not, sit your butt there and just wait and you'll be all right. Okay, but back onto it because I'm almost at my next destination. Those are the two things. Everybody had melanin. It was needed being in a tropical region like we were in the equatorial region of it. There's been so many changes. So many lies to keep us from knowing truth. I'm kind of hitting on a lot of things here because it's been so long since I did a ride along to talk to you, but I'll break it down and stick to a specific topic going forward. But I just wanted you to know the Bible is not the white man's book. It is not. I grew up being told, that's the white man's book. No, it's not. The white man taught us his way, but it wasn't from that book. There's so many things. That's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to just spotlight the things in the Bible, the things we were taught about the Bible that are nowhere in the Bible.
Thank you for riding with me. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did,